coming into your body as if for the first time, feeling what it feels like to be you. We're going to do a little bit of work with our breath. Let me just get this onto the right channel, channel 0. Throw it there too. Maybe even the Laban one. Maybe we'll do some Laban today. Laban Bartenieff movement analysis. All right, which we're not going to be analyzing, we're just going to be moving. But so we're going to work with the breath to start out, and we're just going to work with this very gentle way of sort of growing on the inhale and condensing on the exhale. We could say growing on the inhale and shrinking on the exhale. It's a little more subtle and also not subtle at all. And it doesn't have to be massive, but it could be massive. So as big as it feels good to you. On the inhale, just expand out, and on the exhale, come back down into yourself a little. Inhale, radiating away from center. Exhale, dropping back down to the earth. Inhale, rising away from the planet slightly, opening into the width of your body. Exhale, let it go. So there's just this natural growing and shrinking with the breath. And as we're breathing, we're thinking of that air coming into our lungs. But once the air goes into our lungs, the blood is coming in and taking the oxygen from those little alveoli, those lung sacs. And once we have gotten into that part, it's not air that starts to travel around our body, it switches into a fluid. So the oxygen is, well, air is considered a fluid, but it switches into a more fluid form where it is traveling around through the blood. So we are breathing air. We have that air quality coming into our body, but as soon as that's moving through our body and our blood, it's more of a liquid. So it's traveling around, oxygenating our body, oxygenating our tissues, and then returning back as CO2 so that arterial flow is going out, the venous flow is returning in. And that's this fluid flow, it's this liquid flow. So tuning into this idea of maybe you can feel your blood pumping a little bit, but this sort of rising and falling of the breath as not just being an experience of airiness, but being an experience of fluid flow. And on a cellular level, we're breathing on a cellular level. As the cell is taking in, receiving nourishment, receiving oxygen, it's coming in one pathway. It fills up, and then everything goes out on another pathway. So it's coming in one way, going out another. They can't happen at the same time. One's happening or the other. Like our breathing, we can't be breathing in and out at the same time. We're either doing one or the other. So just tuning into that layer. And from that place, give yourself a little bit of free flow movement. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who's very tall, and he was saying sometimes he feels like, oh my God, I really need to stretch. I feel so tight. And then he was like, no, I just need to soften my body and move a little bit. I need to get softer inside. So we don't always need to do like an extreme stretch to open things up. Sometimes we can do that, but just finding some fluid movement in our body can be a great way of getting this mobility and this vitality in our bodies. So just giving yourself maybe a little kind of figure 8 with your pelvis, shifting your weight, maybe letting your arms float around, and imagining this, I want to say bipolar. I want to imagining this bi-directional flow that's going out one way, coming in another way, right? So we have this deep cellular breathing flow. And we are using that idea to mobilize our bodies, that there's this rise and fall of the breath, maybe a rise and fall of the movement. So there's many ways we can do breath work. We can do like a very sort of, let's just quote unquote, air quotes, masculine or yang way where we're really forcing our body into doing it a certain way. And then there's another way of sort of more receiving what's actually going on in our body and letting that have some spaciousness. Both ways are great sometimes. Let's rub our hands together, getting the lymph flush going. Right hand to the left clavicle, above and below the clavicle. right? We don't want to lock ourselves into one way of being, oh, no, I don't do that. I'm just like this. We want to have a multitude of capacities. I contain multitudes, right? We want to have a multitude of potential of how we behave, of how we receive, of how we offer. Not just that we only do it one way. We are not a one-trick pony. Switch it to the other side. Spaciousness in the realm of potential behavior, which doesn't mean, oh, I can just be a jerk, but maybe sometimes you need to be a jerk. Who knows? This is my Libra coming out where I say it could be like this, but it could be like that. Which I feel like it's helpful to not lock yourself in too much to one point of view that it's only that way. All right, coming up around the angle of the jaw with both hands. I'm still flowing in my body. I still have this flow movement as I'm shifting my weight from side to side. Finding some ease and some vitality. Maybe there's some hidden laughter in your body. Maybe there's some hidden grief that needs to just release quickly or slowly, whatever. Our bodies are holding all of the experiences that we've ever had, right? Everything we've ever experienced happened in this location. Even if you were dreaming, your body was still the conduit for that dream. Even if you're having an out-of-body experience, you're having that from your body. All right, let's come up to the face, circles next to your nose, squish it around, squish up your face, open up your face. And then come under your cheekbone, really gentle or not, whatever feels good with your tissue, with your skin. Opening, closing, squishing it around, shake it out. We're just going to do a pull down from under your ear. So you can go in front and behind your ear or just any way that feels good, down your sternocleidomastoid toward that subclavian vein, venous flow, returning to the heart to filter out through our blood, through our system. And shake it out really quick. 10 little dragons running through the forest. Just give that hair, or if you're bald, give your scalp some movement, moving it around. Really getting in as if you are awakening every potential hair follicle, whether you have hair there or not. Just mobilizing, invigorating. Okay, shake that out. We'll come down to the K27 points, just a couple inches, or inch, 1 inch below, 2 inches below, 2 inches apart, 1 inch apart, depending on your anatomy. Circling around in those points. Present with our body. We are touching and being touched at the same time. And then coming to the thymus thump, just giving yourself a tap. I'm going to go across my whole chest so my thymus thump becomes a full Tarzan. Ooh, with some sound vibration in my tissue. Thumping, thumping, thumping. Hey, Catherine. You might
Hi.
want to just start with the collarbones, and we're at thymus thump. We're going to get to armpits. We're just doing the lymph flush. And it's okay to do the lymph flush and go down, not go into your head, like not to do your face. Hold on 1 second. I need to, oops. Sorry, everybody. This can be a 1 second. There we go. All right. Taking it to right hand to your left armpit pec. Squish it around, get in there. And then the same thing on the other side. And then for Cisterna Kylie, we are going to do some deep diaphragmatic breathing. So we're going to do that much more yang version of inhale exhale. You can be seated for this. I'm just standing because I feel like it. Sorry, I already started without saying how many. Let's do 15. Here we go. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Shake and bounce. Twist. Reflow your body, let go of any tension. Bouncy, trouncy. Doesn't have to jump, but if you can jump, jump. Right when we're jumping, we give our bones a lot more need to strengthen. So we want to be doing some stuff where we're really giving our bones and our tissue more intensity than just walking. All right, let's come down. Inguinal fold. We're not going to jam the sternocleidomastoid. We trust that it happened with the breathing. Between your pubic bone and your hip bones. And then behind the eye of the knee. Good. And just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. I wanted to use, I did want to do some weights today. So if you have weights, grab your weights. They can be 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds. I'm using 6 pounds. They can be no pounds. You could use no weights. I'm going to start parallel, feet together, and just plie and stretch with the bicep curl. 2, 3, parallel, 4. I'll do sets of 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pressing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you don't have weights, you can just do this with your body. 5, 6, or be creative. 7, 8. Coming into a slightly turned out position. Just turn in, turn out a few times. Find what your hips can do by themselves. That's where you're going. Knees over your toes. Going, there's like a little nail popping out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's it. We're just doing 8. Pressing up and down. 1. I start to space out. 2. Stay present in your body. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last set, parallel. Feet slightly wider. 1, 2, 3. I'm not doing like a squat. I'm just saying straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pressing up. 1. So we want like the weights to be pushing sometimes, and sometimes they're pulling on us. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Circling one shoulder and then the other. Letting your weight shift, letting your body mobilize. And then elbow up and back, pulling the lawnmower. My lawnmower was broken. We have 2 lawnmowers. Both of them were broken. And I tried to fix it. My mom's like, you just need to change the spark plug, which I did on one and it didn't work. Mom, I wasn't making fun of you. I know she watches this program. But it wasn't the spark plug. Oh my God, it was such a big event to fix this thing. Let's go together with both shoulders coming up and over, bend your knees. We finally got one sort of running. But I did a lot of those lawnmower pulls, trying to get that thing started. Getting some blood flow there in your upper traps, right? Blood flow through that upper back and neck. Good. And we can put the weights down. We're going to take it down to the floor. Onto hands and knees. So starting out in a quadruped. all the quadrupeds that live in my house. I don't know where they are. I think they're all out on the back porch. And we're just going to, let's go with circles with our hips. So take your hands forward, big circles with your hips. Really reaching pelvis toward the floor and then tail behind you, circling your body. And change direction, other way. And then take it down. You're going to interlace your hands out in front of your head, roll up onto the crown of your head, roll it back down. Free flowing your spine. Or at least mobilizing it a little bit. And let's take it onto let's sit in a cross-legged position. Just gonna have some water. I am noticing that one of my feet wants to cramp. That is usually because I had too much coffee and not enough water. All right, cross-legged position. Let's start with circles, circling your gut body over your pelvis, circling around one direction, and then the other direction. And coming in, side stretch. Inhale, lift, exhale, sideways. Inhale up, stretching from side to side. Let your head go off vertical. We'll circle the whole way around, taking it to the side and forward, head reaching away from your tail. Open up through the middle. Sometimes these exercises may feel like, oh, these are really easy. I'm not doing enough, but that's sort of the point. This is like to free flow your spine a little bit, get some stretch in there, and to open up the side body. Sometimes we think that everything should be like super intense, or we don't feel it at all. Cultivate subtlety in your sensation to start noticing what is going on in your body. Let's change it to the other leg. Non-dominant leg comes in front. We aren't going to do the circles on this side. But we are going to change the exercise slightly. So we're still going side stretch. Side stretch, you're going to exhale towards your knee. You're going to inhale, arch toward the ceiling. Exhale towards the earth. Inhaling to the heavens. Exhale. Inhale. So we're getting a side stretch with an arch and curl, a little bit of arch and curl in your spine. Open it up. One more. And then just take it deeper to the side and lengthen over to the other side. Exhale over your leg. Inhale. Open toward the heavens. Exhale toward the earth. Inhale toward the heavens. Exhale to the floor. Inhale to the ceiling. Heavens and earth, or floor and ceiling. Heaven and earth, whatever your idea of heaven is. Last one. Take it deeper to the side and inhale, lift. What if it's all right here, right now, right? What if it isn't something somewhere else later, but it's here now? Spiral, twist, and go the other way. Your own experience is only ever happening in the moment. Spiral, spiral. Good. And let's take it down to the floor, onto your back. Yeah, so I taught ballet yesterday, so I can feel like my rotators and my upper hip, or I like to call it my upper butt up here, is kind of sore. So we're just gonna roll from side to side for a second. Give your body the chance to really release into the gravitational pull of the earth. Offer all your cares and woes to the earth. Let it receive them and compost them. Massaging out your back. Take your time, slow down, let go. But I don't want to slow down and let go. Do it for your body. Soften, melt. We want to have a variety of speeds at our fingertips, right? I can go fast or I can go slow. I can really slow down and soften. If you want to relax your body, if you need to release tension, the slower you go, the more you're going to do that, especially if you just give yourself a chance to focus on that slowness. Can I move a little slower? Can I be more present in my body in the moment? Those are two great questions to ask. Soften, melt, drop into the floor. Letting this massage out your back, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing the center of your body, central channel. And then come in and let's warm up our backs a little bit. So a little more active now. So that was a very yin exercise. Now we're going to do a more yang exercise, pressing up. And let's roll it down through your spine. So let's roll up. You're going to roll up, roll it through your spine. You're going to push with your legs, chest to chin. Exhale, pull with your legs, knees away from you, and roll it down through your spine. At the bottom, increase the curve under your back. Your butt is still on the floor. Arch, and then exhale, flatten it out, curl, roll it up. Inhale, push with your legs. Exhale, pull, roll it down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, arch, fully embody the exercise, drop into it. This is what we're doing. Push, pull, roll it down through your spine. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, soften that curl, flatten it out, roll it up. Inhale, push back. Exhale, pull forward, roll it down through your spine. Two more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, soften, curl, roll it up. Inhale, push back. Exhale, pull forward, roll it down through your spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten it out, curl, roll it up. Inhale, push back. Exhale, pull forward, roll it down through your spine. Take your arms and legs up into the air. Shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. Let's stretch arms and legs away and bring it in to a ball. Open it side, side. Flex your feet, point your toes into a ball. Just that up and down, straight up and down into your body's up and downness. Open up into a ball. Open it out to the side, side. Pull it in. Stretch along the floor. Exhale, close. Open wide. Exhale, close. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Open wide. Exhale. So we're doing an upper versus lower pattern, also known as homologous, versus a side-side pattern, also known as homolateral. Bring it in. Homologous, upper versus lower. Homolateral, side versus side. Up and down. Side, side. One more. Up and down. Side, side. So we are going to take that. Those are developmental patterns, right? The upper versus lower, the side versus side. We are now going to do a contralateral pattern, cross body, open up into the shape of an X, elbow to knee, coming in and stretch it out. In and out. Crossing, stretch long. In and out. See if you can touch your elbow to your knee. In, stretch it out. In, out, in, out, in, out. And then opposite arm to leg touching with a straight arm and leg right in front of the midline. Find your center and then right out. Open up. Exhale. And I don't mean like your lower dantian center. I mean like if you were a starfish, where would the center of your starfishness be? Go right in front of that. What do we mean when we say the center? So many things we could mean. But for this moment, I mean, if we put you into the in a star, right, or in this vertical plane, where is the middle point where the two diagonals are crossing each other? Here. And then pop it out in front of you. Four more. 3, 2, last one. Bring your legs in so they're on your mat, and you're just going to take a heel rock. Let your body soften, let it melt, easy and loose. Relax your head tail connection. Relax your brainicle, relax your chesticle, relax your buttocks, relax your belly, relax your guts, relax your butt. Let it go. Feel that flow. Just pause for a minute. Breathe, feel the flow of your breath, but feel whatever flows are sort of residual, like what sort of trace form of flow is left in your body. What echoes of flow as you're relatively still. And then we're going to bend our knees and do a very loose, easy knee drop. So let's do it just this Laura Ward way, opening and closing. Opening and closing, opening and closing, very relaxed, massaging through your butt. And then we're going to do it an Irmgard Bartenieff version. So I'm going to show it to you from the other side. You're going to drop both legs, and then from there, instead of lifting this leg, I am going to move my hip. So I'm taking my pelvis, and I'm kind of smearing it on the floor. And then my legs come up. I drop, I move from my pelvis as if somebody's pulling back in my hip. So I get a little bit of shear on my bottom half, on the part that's on the floor. Shoving, think of the bones of your pelvis moving across the floor, legs follow. Drop, drop, bones of the pelvis, especially this big hip bone and your tailbone, as if they're magnetized to the floor. Knee drop, pelvis moves, legs follow. Knee drop, pelvis moves. And you'll feel in the tissue in your butt, in your rotators, you'll feel how different it is to get that pull. So there's some shear in there as opposed to when you just roll across it. We want to do both things. Drop, drop, pelvis move. So I feel the big muscle of my butt kind of left behind as the pelvis moves. Deep thoughts. Let's take a quick happy baby pose. Wiggle around in your baby. It can take a lifetime to really get to know what it is to be in a human body, in a moving human body, or even in a not very much moving human body, but bringing your awareness really into your experience. What fun, what a joy. This is why I love dance, because it's like you're never done. There's always more to learn. You have to keep practicing. There's no done point. And I feel like that's the same with bodies. Like they're never done. It's a living process that's only happening in this exact moment. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And we're going to do a big spiral. Legs up, turning your head away from your legs. If your back feels good, turn it in the same direction if it doesn't feel good. So the work that we're doing in this class today obviously comes from some obvious places like fitness, dance, yoga, Pilates, stuff like that. But it also is coming from the tradition of Laban Bartenieff movement analysis, Rudolf Laban, Irmgard Bartenieff. Yes, I am a movement analyst. Let's roll it over and come up. And also, I have been recently studying with Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen, body mind centering. So a lot of the the way that I was talking about breath in the beginning is very influenced by Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen. Also, I do Continuum. I practice Continuum, Emily Conrad, Susan Harper system of movement. So all of those things are supporting this class and you. All right, let's take it up, hands and legs. We're going to go out, cross front, contralateral pattern, out, cross back, front space and back space, reach it out, come down. Opposite diagonal, out, cross front, out, touch it back, out, bring it down. Knee in that plant. But the snake plant, which should just be going up, but it's turned into more of a blossoming open plant. I think I need to put more dirt in there. Out, touch front, out, touch back, reach it long, change. long, touch front, out, touch back, reach, change, out, front, out, back, reach, change, out, cross front, out, cross back, out, front, back, long, front, back, long. And relax for 1 second. We are going to place the emphasis on the extended line, not the touches. They're still going to happen, but we just want to make sure that we're really hitting straight arm, straight leg in the extended line. Here we go. Reach it long, touch front, reach it long, touch back, reach it long, drop it down. Opposite one, reach it long, touch front, reach it long, touch back, reach it long, drop it down, reach it out, touch front, reach it out, touch back, reach it out, come down, out, touch front, out, touch back, out, drop it down. My foot is totally cramping. Oh, that will teach me. I think I need to stop drinking coffee altogether. I bet my body would be a lot happier. Take it into, if you can, a squat. This is my stretch out my foot squat. Taking your knees forward and then heels toward the floor. So you may not be able to do this. And if that's the case, you're just going to come into a hang, taking it forward and backward here. If you can come into the deep squat, touch your knees to the floor, and then your heels to the floor, then that is what you're going to do. Mobility. Yeah, when I had that Pes and serine bursitis, I had that bursitis in my knee for about 6 months. I could not do deep flexion in my knee. All right. We are almost there. Let's take it into a quick downward dog. Bend one knee, bend the other, stretch out your calf and Achilles. Take it forward into a plank. You're going to touch your knees down, back to your plank, downward dog. Take it forward, touch the knees, plank, push, push with your legs, drop your knees, push with your arms, heels to the floor, push with your legs, drop your knees, push with your arms, heels to the floor, push with your legs, drop your knees, push with your arms, downward dog, roll it forward, drop, push, roll it back, drop your heels. One more time, roll it forward, drop your knees, push, roll it back, drop your heels. And let's come onto our legs. In this position, if you need something on the floor in front of you, like a chair, feel free to do that. Get a block, get a ball, get whatever you need. What we're going to do in this forward fold is cross one leg over the other. Just hang out there. Let your head and neck release. Breathe. Bring it back, cross it the other way. Hang out there. Bring it back. Shake your head no. Nod yes. Bend your knees. Roll it up. Hello, everybody. Where's my head? There we go. Inhale, open, reach it out. Interlace your hands, open your feet wide. Just a little stretch from side to side. One way and then the other. Letting your head go off vertical. And then stick out your butt. Bend your knees, arch your back, take it down to the floor, relax your head, and roll it up through your spine, all the way up to the top. Arch, stick it out, take it down, release, roll it up. So it's basically kind of a cat-cow, arching, hollow and curl. Roll it up. One more. Arch, stick it out, take it down, hollow and curl, roll it up. And then just a big deep breath. Open, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Here's the thing we're going to do before we end this. And it's going to be either you're going to do this, one leg and then the other. This is the easy version. Or you're going to do jumping jacks. right? Either one, whatever you got. We'll do a set of, let's try 20. So it'll be 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, touching, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Relax. Open up into your X. Elbow to knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now to be fair, just 10 in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Again, inhale. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Sigh. Last one. Inhale. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. When I was a kid, my mom, I don't know how old I was, maybe in middle school or high school. And my mom had read like, oh, it's really important to do some like push-pull type exercises, and like jumping, running, twisting, things like that. So she had put these little cards around the house. Like, I feel like one of them was like in the cupboard and it said jump. So like it was just a reminder to do these things some of the time. Otherwise, we never do them anymore, and then we can't do them anymore. So we want to make sure that we're pushing our bodies enough and also really softening into our bodies. Like we need these two sides of practice, like the somatic side where we're coming in, we're really being with what is, and then the more active side where we're building, right? So we want to be receiving, accepting, and also building and doing things that are difficult. All right, I'm going to stop the live stream, but first I'm going to look over there and see if anyone's over there. Probably not, because we're doing a different time today. Oh, there are people there. Hello, people in TV land. Nice to see you. Oh, they all dropped off. That's hilarious. All right. But yeah, I'm like, there's 4 people. And then, oh, there's one. Okay. Who knows? Who knows what the algorithm is even doing? Ending the